Can you hear me now? Hi everyone, good evening, namaskar, sat sri akal, salam alaikum, jai hind. Great to have you. I welcome you all to this session. We keep on commenting in our courses whenever people come into our courses that these courses are going to help you get into some good universities outside India and of course in India also. So today we will not only discuss the importance of Olympiads but also how to get into these universities, what are the tests if there are any, and what is the importance of mathematics and Olympiad syllabi in these tests. Indirectly, of course, Olympiad preparation helps you build a lot of problem solving skills, a lot of temperament, a lot of thinking ability, capacity. But directly, how does it help? We will be discussing in today's session. Okay. Alright guys, so let's get started. शुरू करते हैं आज का सेशन. लाइक कर दो यार फटाफट से, because इन तरह के सेशंस जो मैं पिछले 5-6 दिनों में बना रहा हूँ, there's a lot of efforts which go into making these sessions and a lot of people who are getting involved. Right, so foreign universities, via Olympiads, what are the papers, what are the exams? Particularly at the last we'll talk about MIT and I'll give you the realistic picture that बहुत सारे बच्चे बोलते हैं, whenever they start our courses or in the Telegram also, in the live chat also on YouTube, they say, sir, getting into MIT is my dream and I am ready to do anything. But again, let me tell you what it takes to get into MIT, what is the realistic picture. This is something that we're going to discuss at the end also. Okay, so let's start guys, today's session. Okay, so we were going to talk about these entrance examination, that is MAT, STEP, TMUA, SAT and ACT. ये जो 3 exams हैं, these most likely they help you to get into some good UK universities, right? So जो UK universities हैं, one of the oldest universities I would say, जो biggest mathematicians हैं, biggest physicists हैं, जिनके तुम नाम जानते हो, वो या तो ऑक्सफोर्ड से हैं या कैम्ब्रिज से हैं, right? So these are the topmost universities and still prevalent in today's time. A lot of Indian students who are good with Olympiads, they get into these colleges every year, right? So some of the names that you've already seen on this particular channel, Pranav Chaudhary, Rushil Mathur, this Gunjan Agarwal, right? So they are going into UK universities and some of these universities. So let's talk about these, and of course then US universities के लिए SAT, ACT देना होता है, and a lot of other things also that you have to do. We'll talk about briefly about those things also. Okay, तो start करते हैं आज का सेशन. लाइक कर दो यार फटाफट से वीडियो को. और so पहले we are going to talk about these three tests, MAT, STEP and TMUA. So let's talk about MAT first. So MAT जो exam है, that is of 2.5 hours. It's a mathematics admission test. It consists of 10 MCQs and 5 subjective problems. Now 5 subjective problems, the level of these problems are RMO plus level only. So अगर तुम RMO तक का तैयारी कर चुके हो and if you prepare really well for Olympiads, this is the test which you will not have any problem to clear, right? So it's a computer based exam, and to apply the general timelines are August to October, right? So this in this phase the applications are getting admitted and admission test is around October end, right? So for the next season this is already going on. Math is only for math and computer science related courses, right? So there are a lot of courses which are offered by a lot of colleges, but only for mathematics and computer science related courses this test is applicable because it makes sense, computer based and mathematics exam. And other entrance examination, for example, if you want to get into physics based courses, there are exams like PAT and so on, right? So इसके बारे में तुम check कर सकते हो. Now which university this okay, first of all, what is the syllabi? So right, so syllabi is a general thing that you study in class 11th and 12th, right? But if you prepared for Olympiads, of course the admission test, the subjective part is going to help you a lot because the questions are of really good level, particularly the subjective problems. So polynomials, binomial combinatorics, algebra, functional transformation, geometry, trigonometry, sequence, log powers, differential and integral calculus. So yeah, of course this is something that you have to do in addition to whatever you study in Olympiads. Selected candidates have to pass interview round also, right? So this is one of the requirements. This is the must do thing. Math तो करना ही है, इसके अलावा you have to clear the interview round, which is again very important. Okay, so which university the math is accepted? One of the most favorite universities among Indian students particularly is Oxford, right? So the courses that are offered जो math के through you take admission in is one is mathematics, maths and computer science, maths and philosophy, maths and statistics. So these are the courses which are offered by Oxford University via MAT, right? So Pranav Chaudhary, who you've seen on this particular channel, and he helps us a lot. He's taking classes in level 10 also, right? So he's getting into mathematics and computer science, this season. So this is one of the universities. The other is Imperial College of London. So this is again one of the most favorite colleges amongst Indian students, particularly the math enthusiasts. So the courses are mathematics, maths and computer science, maths and stats, and economics, finance and data science, right? So Imperial College of London, ये भी MAT accept करता है. It accepts MAT. Okay. Okay. The next is STEP. STEP. So sixth term examination paper. It consists of two stages, step 2 and step 3. Duration is 3 hours. 12 questions in which 8 questions are of mathematics, 2 of physics and 2 of stats and probability, right? So अगर maths ये भी maths में कर दो तो it is 10 questions of mathematics. But the important part is your best 6 questions are marked, right? So your 6 questions, best 6 questions are marked for. So if you're very good at mathematics, of course you can attempt only mathematics and you can get through. So again, this is a must-do exam if you want to get into Cambridge University, which I'm going to talk about. So 12 questions, 3 hours. And out of which 8 questions are of mathematics and best 6 are marked, right? So all the questions have equal weightage with respect to the marks. These are the courses, these are the topics which come in STEP. 2D coordinate, algebra, functions, complex matrices, trigonometry, sequence, log, vectors, numerical methods. So numerical methods is something that you have to do additionally to whatever is there in class 12th, because normally numerical methods in India is taught at at the college level. So IIT ke andar we had this course in the first year, second year, numerical methods. Differential and integral calculus, hypothesis testing, distributions and data interpretation. This is again which is there at the college level, and combinatorics and probability, right? So again, apart from this exam, they have to clear the interview round. Interview round to must hai. Apart from this is a must-do exam. This is a required exam if you want to get into the Cambridge University, right? And again, if there's an Olympiad background, it definitely helps. I have seen very few students, मेरे को बहुत कम बच्चे पता हैं जो कैम्ब्रिज में जा रहे हैं, ऑक्सफोर्ड में जा रहे हैं, without having their base at Olympiads, right? So almost all the students I know who have gone into these colleges or who are going into these colleges this year are the students who have been or have started Olympiad preparation from the scratch. The colleges which accept STEP, one of the colleges is Cambridge, University of Cambridge, and there are 31 colleges in it, and so this accepts STEP. And if you want to get into mathematics, maths and computer science, maths and natural sciences, you have to, it is compulsory to write STP. STP dena compulsory hai, and Gunjan Agarwal, who's represented India, won medal for India twice in EGMO, is getting into Cambridge Mathematics and Computer Science course this year, and for 100% free scholarship, right? So everything included, right? So of course, in Cambridge University is the home for a lot of mathematicians. Any mathematician that you know of would have some kind of association with Cambridge University, Next is another good college that accepts STP is Warwick. So University of Warwick is again one of the most famous universities in UK. Courses offered maths and stats, math and physics, math and philosophy. MOS is one of the most common and favorite courses. Warwick जो college है MOS course के नाम से काफी ज़्यादा famous है. Discrete mathematics and data science, and all to get into all these colleges you have to write this exam called STEP STEP. Okay, the next is TMUA, Test of Mathematics for University Admission, TMUA. This is a two-stage exam, paper 1, paper 2, 20 MCQ questions in each paper, and time duration is 75 minutes each, TMUA. And the syllabi is again more or less the same: 2D geometry, algebra, functions, trigonometry, sequence series, log, differential and integral calculus, combinatorics, probability, and stats and probability. And of course, the interview round is common. You have to clear an interview round if you get into some of the colleges which accept TMUA. The college which accept TMUA is Warwick. So Warwick accepts STEP also, and it accepts TMUA also, and शायद MAT भी accept करता है, right? So courses offered are this. ओके, नेक्स्ट वी टॉक अबाउट गेटिंग इनटू यूएस यूनिवर्सिटी. तो अभी जो मैंने डिस्कशन किया था यूके यूनिवर्सिटीज का था, जो कि पर्टिकुलरली स्टेम बेस्ड कॉलेजेस के अंदर लिए काफ़ी फेमस है. देयर आर ऑल्सो लॉट ऑफ अदर कॉलेजेस ऑल्सो. यहाँ पर हमने काफ़ी जो 3-4 कॉलेजेस मेंशन किए हैं, वो 3-4 बहुत ही फेमस कॉलेजेस हैं. अपार्ट फ्रॉम देम देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ अदर कॉलेजेस विच एक्सेप्ट ईदर एमएटी और एसटीईपी और टीएमयूए. ठीक है, इन तीनों में से कोई ना कोई एक्सेप्ट करता है. तो हम कैन तुम्हें खुद से रिसर्च करना है. इफ यू वांट आई विल make a detailed session on other colleges also, but the colleges which I have mentioned in this particular session are the ones which are really famous, which are the dream colleges, and these are the colleges with which you associate some of the leading inventions of the modern times, right? So जितने भी modern physicists हैं, modern mathematics है, वो इन 3-4 कॉलेजेस में से कहीं किसी एक जगह पे हैं, राइट? सो दिस बिकम्स ऑफ कोर्स अ ड्रीम कॉलेज फॉर अ लॉट ऑफ इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स हु वांट टू गेट इनटू दिस STEM courses there. Now if it shift to US universities, so 2 of the exams that they have to write and they have to give is SAT and ACT, right? So scholastic assessment test divided into 4 parts, maths being the largest. Duration of math part is 70 minutes. Total mathematics questions are 44. Reading and writing is 64 minutes. Total questions are 54. And it's a multiple choice questions with written answers. And the math syllabi being polynomials, geometry, functions, trigonometry, ratio, proportion, percentages, DI, probability, algebra, systems of equations. SAT को देने के लिए तुम्हें Olympiad background का होना ज़रूरी नहीं है, right? So anyone can give right SAT. But the important part is, will SAT score or a good SAT score get you into MIT? The answer is no. Even if you score 1600 out of 1600 in SAT, this will not guarantee you getting into admission into Ivy Leagues. ये एक फॉर्मेलिटी होती है SAT, जिसको सब बच्चों को क्लियर करना होता है. इट इज़ जस्ट अ फॉर्मेलिटी, राइट? इट इज़ जस्ट अ फॉर्मेलिटी. MIT में जाने का जो तरीका है, जो क्राइटेरिया है, वो मैं आगे डिस्कस करने वाला हूँ. Right, so most of the Ivy Leagues. So what are the Ivy Leagues? Ivy Leagues are IITs of US. तो IIT जितने हैं, जितना क्रेज इंडिया के अंदर IITs में जाने का है, एंड उतना ही क्रेज US सिटीजन्स को, या नॉट ओनली US सिटीजन बट स्टूडेंट्स अक्रॉस द ग्लोब को Ivy Leagues जाने का है, राइट? सो Ivy League का पार्ट MIT, हार्वर्ड, ये Ivy League के ही पार्ट है. ऐसे बहुत सारे कॉलेजेस हैं. And these are the top universities not only of US but also the world, right? So that is why a lot of students not only across India but जितनी भी countries हैं, India, China, Korea, Germany, Europe में बहुत सारे mathematicians, maths enthusiasts, they try to get into these colleges as soon as possible. Next is American College Test, ACT बोलते हैं इसको, divided into 4 parts, math being one of them. Maths part का duration 60 minutes है and total mathematics questions are 60. Now both of these exams, ACT and SAT, are very easy to qualify, right? It is not difficult to get good marks. So right, every mathematics enthusiast, whether or not with mathematical background, is able to get into or is able to score good score in SAT also, ACT also. ये 36 marks का होता है, right? So American, and the syllabi is almost the same, right? So geometry, algebra, system of equations, DI, mensurations, calculus, complex, vectors, matrices, probability, functions, coordinate and geometry, right? So universities which accept SAT, ACT are Harvard, MIT and all the other SAT, ACT, Harvard, MIT, right? ये दोनों अलग इसलिए लिखे हैं because बहुत ज़्यादा craze है, right? So they've been mentioned separately. Stanford, Carnegie, again ये separately लिखे हैं because again बहुत ज़्यादा craze है. And जितने भी Ivy League colleges you can think of, right? So Yale हो गया, Dartmouth हो गया, Brown University, University of Columbia, UCLA, Berkeley, Duke, Pennsylvania, Princeton, Chicago, Cornell University, जितने भी Ivy Leagues and all the good colleges of US. If you want to get into the STEM courses, you have to write ACT and SAT. But the important part is not. As I said, ACT or SAT में अच्छा score is just a formality. It is particularly to get into MIT. Particularly to get into MIT. Now, let me give you a realistic picture, right? So it is very important for all the students, who want to get into this. Every year, around 5 to 6 students across India make it to MIT. 5 to 6 students, guys. तुम ऑफिशियल नंबर्स में अगर जाओगे इसमें वेबसाइट पे, तो इट माइट शो यू 35 दिखाएगा, बट 35 में से 25 से 30 बच्चे वो हैं जो यूएस में रुके हुए हैं बट इंडियन ओरिजिन के हैं, राइट? सो दैट इज 30 to 35 इज द टोटल इंडियन ओरिजिन स्टूडेंट्स From India, who study from Indian schools, only 5 to 6 students every year make it to MIT, right? This is very important for everyone. I'm talking about the STEM courses, maths और computer science courses की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं सिर्फ. Most of them are medal winners in international Olympiads, right? So recently, जो लोग गए हैं, जो मुझे पता, of course, there are a lot of students who've gone by. So we talk about Pranjal, we talk about Pranjal Srivastav, who's won a lot of gold medals for India. Atul, who's won a lot of gold medals for India. Then Anushka Agarwal, sister of Gunjan Agarwal. Again, she represented India in AGMO a lot of times and won medals for India. She was a child prodigy. Then this guy, Kshitish Sodani, he's won gold for India in Informatics Olympiad. Dhruv Shah, Physics Olympiad में gold medal last year. He went into MIT, right? So most of the students who make it to MIT are international Olympiad medalists, right? So you have to have a realistic picture, guys. कोई भी तुम्हें बोल देगा यार MIT चले जाओ. Okay, so I'm just trying to give you a realistic picture. MIT is the top college which takes only the best of the talent across the globe. And people are able to get into IITs but not into MITs. For MITs, you have to make special efforts. Apart from this, if you're a national level or international level athlete and doing good in studies, particularly in STEMs, you have a decent chance. Of course, apart from this, a lot of things matter, like LORs, letter of recommendations. essays का सबसे important role होता है कि essays तुम किस तरीके से अपने आप को प्रोजेक्ट करते हो. Again, social work, volunteering, matters a lot. आजकल बहुत सारे बच्चे, they're passionate about the things that they do apart from studies. I mean, they do a lot of social work, they do a lot of volunteering. I know a lot of students, who want to get into MIT. They're already, helping or a lot of NGOs or creating. They have created a lot of NGOs, right? हो सकता है कि वो specially to get into MITs हो या फिर Ivy Leagues हो. But again, a lot of people, they work in this regard right from class 8. Class 8 से work करना शुरू कर देते हैं. They make themselves a good profile. उनके बारे में बहुत कुछ लिखा जाता है. Of course, these colleges जो select करते हैं, they see a lot of these things. They Google a lot of these things. They see the genuinity of these things and right. So this is the realistic picture, guys. ये realistic picture है MIT की. ठीक है. So if you want to get into MIT and get into math courses particularly, I have only seen the international medal winners to get into this, right? So इक्का दुक्का केस होगा जो मुझे पता है, जो INMO तक क्लियर किया हुआ है, but उसके बाद नहीं गया. But made to MIT, there would be 1, 2, 3 cases which I know of. Otherwise, all the people who have seen in the recent years gone into MIT are international medal winners, mostly from mathematics, or from informatics, or from physics, right? So यही तीन matter करते हैं ज़्यादा. ठीक है. So this is important. But again, apart from MIT, as I said, there are other colleges also. Now, how does Olympiad background, Olympiad profile help you get into these? Now, अगर आप Olympiad के, if you're good in Olympiads and have cleared some stages in your respective country, I'm talking about India. So if you've cleared till INMO, so a lot of these colleges and universities acknowledge this fact, right? So you're good in mathematics. So how do you show them that you're good in mathematics, right? School is one thing. School getting good score in school marks. Of course, there would be a lot of applications getting, who will be having 9900 marks in schools. But again, how would you differentiate from those people? It is, right? So how would they know that you're really passionate about mathematics? Just writing that I'm passionate about mathematics is not going to suffice, right? So they need proof. So what are the proofs? How can you show them? How can you show them that you are actually good in mathematics? So if you've cleared some good Olympiad, which is internationally acceptable, for example, Sharigan हो गया, Iranian geometry हो गया, of course INMO is another good Olympiad which is accepted, right? So it has a lot of value. Or maybe if you've attended some mathematics workshop of prominent college, Promise India हो गया, Promise US हो गया, HMMT contest होते हैं, वहाँ पे if you've represented yourself or your team, right? So it makes a lot of difference. Now to get into this, you have to be inherently good at math, or you have to start developing math, right? So these universities, of course, they offer a lot of other courses also, non-STEM courses also. But I'm talking about the courses which are offered by these universities, which are in STEM. STEM matlab science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, which has the most value, right? So these universities are known for STEM, most of them. MIT is known for math and computer science based courses only. और भी बहुत सारे courses हुए, but again math and computer science के लिए सबसे ज़्यादा famous है, right? Right. So every university is famous for some kind of courses. So most of the Ivy League colleges are famous for the STEM based courses only. Now uske liye you have to build a very good academic profile, right, which differentiates you from others, right? So there will be people around India, not only India but across the world, who are getting good marks at the school level, but no one knows what is the level of the school, and everyone knows the school marks ki marks leke aana school is really easy. So of course school marks, getting good school marks is the criteria, but again it does not decide, right? So for example, most of these Ivy Leagues, they are okay if you have 90%, more than 90% in your boards. ठीक है, 90% से ज़्यादा है. Most of the Ivy Leagues are okay, perfectly okay to but again there has to be some differentiating factor. कुछ differentiating factor होना चाहिए जो तुम्हें अलग कर रहा है बाकी लोगों से across the globe. And one of the things which help them readily decide whether you are a good fit for their college or not is your mathematics background. And because they need people who are able to think, they need people who are able to solve problems on their own, they need problem solvers, right? And mathematics, building mathematics from the core, from the scratch, from the start, and developing good problem solving skills is the best way to get into these colleges. Okay? Now of course, if a lot of people are commenting about the fees, अब अच्छे फीस में क्या होता है, every college has some quota. हर कॉलेज का कुछ ना कुछ कोटा होता है, and they offer scholarships, some scholarship, part scholarship, full scholarship to a lot of students. For example, Gunjan Agarwal, she's got full scholarship, 100% scholarship उसको मिला है, academic fees पे भी, फिर इस पे boarding पे भी, lodging पे भी, and also मतलब she'll be getting a trip, once a year trip back to India for herself, right? So this is called the full scholarship. Right, so you have to be pretty good. She was very good. She has represented India. She has won medals for India twice. 3 बार represent किया है, 2 बार medal आया है. And इस basis पे, and of course उसके जो ये था step था, that went very good. Interview went very good. So उसके basis पे she got full scholarship. Now there are people who may not get full scholarship, who may get partial scholarship, and there are people who get zero scholarship. Right. So but as per me, if you get into any of these colleges, any bank will be willing to pay you loan. Any bank. अगर इन कॉलेज में, not all, ऐसा नहीं कि किसी भी कॉलेज में जाओगे बैंक लोन दे देगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू गेट इनटू IIT, एनी बैंक वुड गिव यू लोन. ठीक है, IIT का फीस 8-9 लाख हो चुका है. मेरे टाइम पे इट वाज 15-16 हज़ार पर सेमेस्टर, राइट? सो नाउ इट इज 8 लाख for the 4 years. But any bank will be willing to give you loan. So this is the importance of these colleges. So if you get into these colleges and you have a good course, STEM-based course, any Indian bank will be willing to give you the full loan also. But again, if you are very good, have a very good profile, the chances are that you are going to get scholarships also. ठीक है, chances यही है कि तुम scholarship लेते हैं. And most of these colleges have trimester system. तो 2 महीने के courses होते हैं, 2-3 महीने के लिए. उसके बाद बीच में 2 महीने का gap होता है. And in that gap, in most of the cases, you get permission to work also. And if you're good in math, of course, you get good pay also. Okay? Can you take full math master in class 7th? बच्चे, only if you have completed class 10th NCERT syllabi, only then. Otherwise, it would make no sense. Okay? Chalo. I hope you've enjoyed everything that I've told about this. And हमारे courses हैं, हमारे levels हैं, right? So we have charted the Olympiad journey of a child into 10 different levels, level 1 to level 10. I mentioned from 5 to 10. So 8, 9, 10 are restricted levels, level 10 being the highest level, जिसमें we take only the INMO awardees, students who've cleared INMO, and help them get into the Indian team the next year. 8 and 9 are restricted levels, level 8 is our RMO level, and level 9 is INMO level, and only we take restricted students on the basis of their marks in IOQM and RMO. Level 7 is IOQM batch, right? So this is the IOQM batch, IOQM 2025 batch, which is going to start in September, September 30th. It is going to be taken by me and this is in English. Level 6, we recommend for the students of grade 9th and 10th who are getting into Olympiad for the first time, and level 5 for the students of grade 7 and 8. Right, so these are the batches which are starting in September, level 5, 6, 7. ये सारे के सारे September में अभी start होने वाले हैं, September to January 5, 6, 7. And of course, once you complete a level, you can move to the higher level. Next is 11th plus IOQM. If you want to complete the 11th course, because a lot of these colleges which I mentioned have 11th का majority syllabi है. So 11th plus IOQM, we cover all the topics which are related to your class 11 syllabi plus IOQM. IOQM is Olympiad, number theory, geometry, combinatorics. And then there is full math mastery. Full math mastery is for the students of grade 9, 10th, 11th who have completed their class 10 syllabi. 11th plus 12th plus IOQM plus RMO we are going to discuss. And then there is ISI 2025 batch, and there is calculus batch. A calculus batch is also, which is gaining a lot of interest amongst our students, because Olympiad mein calculus nahi hota. So again, calculus is something that you need to learn separately, and we have launched this batch to do the entire calculus. Right, so that's it, guys. If you have any questions regarding whatever we've discussed, you can always connect me over Telegram, or you can put the message in the comment section. Take care.